Okay, so here's number 2 on practice 5. Okay, please make sure you're trying these on your own. If you're just watching me do it, it's worthless, okay? So please don't do that. Okay, all right, so CHO, first we need to balance, CHO, 3, 8, 2, 1, 2, 3, okay? All right, so let's start usually CHO order, so let's start with 3 of these. So I've got 3, and I've got 7, okay? Hydrogens, I have 8 over here and 2 over here, so I need a 4 there. That's going to give me 8, and then that's going to give me 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so then I can get a 5 there to give me 10. Okay, so I've got a 1, 5, 3, 4 ratio now. Okay, all right, the molar mass of CH3. Okay, so again, remember the coefficients don't matter. C is 12.01 and H is 1.01 times 8 and times 3. Okay, so that's going to give me, and again, this step we will need next. We don't need it yet, but I want you to practice it because we're going to need it soon. Plus 8.08. Okay, so this is 44.11 grams per mole. Okay, O2 molar mass is just 32 grams per mole. Okay, CO2 is 16 plus 16 plus the carbon is 12.01. So I've got 28.01 grams per mole, and water is 18.02. Okay, all right, particle diagram. Oh my goodness, 3 C's. Okay, H, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to write the H's in, okay, it's really hard. You can do it. Okay, one of those, 5 O2s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 3 CO2s. So there's a CO2, OO, COO, okay, and 4 H2Os. Okay, and again, use this step to check your balancing to make sure everything is good. Okay, you might find a mistake that way, okay? 6, 10, 2 or 6, 10. Okay, all right, so the ratio is the important step. For every 1 mole of C3H8, I need 5 moles of O2 to get 3 moles of CO2, and I would get 4 moles of H2O from that, okay? So there's my ratio step. That's the important step, okay? All right, now let's fill out the Bca table. Okay, so it says propane burns in air to form carbon dioxide and water. If 12 moles of carbon dioxide are formed, okay, so after they're telling me I'm going to get 12 moles of CO2, okay, so that means I had to get 12 moles here, and I started with nothing, okay, because the products always start with nothing. Okay, so I've got 12 moles CO2, and remember that's going to be my change. And then I'm looking for my ratios. Okay, plus. Okay, minus 12 moles CO2, and then my ratio, minus 12 moles CO2, and then my ratio. Okay, because that's the step that you're gonna, always is gonna be the same. This part is always gonna be the same, because that's the thing that you start with, and then you have to ratio it out. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at the ratios then. Okay. So I need moles of CO2 down here, so that's going to be 3 moles CO2, okay, for every 1 mole of C3H8. All right, so that's 12 times 1/3, okay, after I have nothing, which means I needed to have started with 4, right, because 12 times 1/3 is 4. Okay, this one, my CO2, every 3 moles CO2 I need 5 moles of oxygen. Okay, so negative 12 times 5/3 is going to be 20. That means I needed 20 moles of oxygen to start. Okay, and then afterwards, if I'm going to get 12 moles of CO2, we know it's 3 moles CO2 goes to 4 moles of H2O. Okay, 12 times 4/3 is going to be 16 moles H2O. Okay, right? So can you see the important part is this step right here, the change. Okay, all you're going to do is you're going to have the same thing that was given, okay, in each step, and then you're going to multiply by the ratio, okay, so that it cancels out and works. Okay, so that means I need 4 moles of propane, okay. When I get 20 moles of oxygen, I need that, okay, to make 12 moles of CO2, and then I would also get 16 moles of water in that. Okay, dimensional analysis, I'm going to start with what was given to me, which was 12 moles of CO2. Okay, then I'm just going to do my ratio, 3 moles CO2 for every, what are they looking for? Propane. 1 mole of propane, cancel, cancel, is going to turn out to be 4 moles of propane. Okay, again, remember, that's this step here. This and this are the same exact thing. Okay, I just want you to see it in dimensional analysis because that's a common way to kind of do it, but I like the full way better because it gives a better picture of the problem, I think. Okay.